Hello, this is Paul Hosking, the site director of ITWire. I just wanted to run through a few changes to the editor, which will make a difference to posting, hopefully to get more consistent posting. So I'm just going to talk about the layout elements as well as images. First things first, sometimes you'll paste documents from other things and they'll cause a problem. One of the things that I noticed was that you can let's just cut that, and there's an option here to paste in plain text. Now, this would be my preference every time. It just means you're starting from a clean slate. No bolds, no links that are embedded and all that sort of stuff. So it really helps. So just basically pasting in there, and then you end up with a nice, neat and clean thing. Alternatively, look, sometimes you'll find that you'll see these what looks like a half paragraph break, and you can emulate that by holding the shift key down and hitting return, which you can see gives you a line break but no actual paragraph break. Sometimes when you paste from apps, it'll actually do that, and that's quite annoying. We want proper breaks, so always press return to give yourself a full paragraph break. Enough of that. Let's get on to the images. It's very exciting. Okay. What happens always is you get images from people and they're too big and they need to be resized. We used to have to do that offline, but now that can be done online. So quite simply, I've been given these images of Kerry Holling, and they are pretty much enormous, as you can see. So it needs to be resized. Normally I just take that into another app, but you can actually do that now through ITWire. So we're going to, first things first, we're going to select the first paragraph, and you all know what to do this, but this must be done first, not after. I'm going to make it go to intro. This style actually helps the thumbnail format correctly in different places on the site. So the first image I'm going to insert will be the thumbnail. And you can sort of see there's two opportunities for different images here. So anyway, we're going to insert an image here. Go insert, brings up the insert image dialog box. First you go to your author's name. So I've got started a whole new folder, really lashed out there, and got myself a name for every author. If your name's not there, something's wrong. But I'm going to just pretend to be Anthony. I hope he doesn't mind. You can see he's got no files, which is fair enough because I've only just started a file. Then you're going to go upload. We're going to upload one of those massive images I just showed you. Now, it's set by default to resize the images to these two sizes. Now, it actually creates two images, which is very clever. And the 140 pixel size image is the perfect image size to fit as a thumbnail in the first paragraph of your story, which will mean it shows up on the newsletter and various other places in the site. So it's perfect. And 300 means it'll fit perfectly in other places. So we're going to browse and find those images. Just waiting. Should happen sometime while we're young. Okay, so you can see these are the big images, 671 kilobytes. So I'll actually choose this one here, which is called the headshot. And that's the same, 559, it's enormous. And select that. Now, this basically says it's going to resize to these specs. Now, it's just a matter of uploading that. But prior to that, I'm going to actually edit the name of it, which is, I'll just change it to Kerry Holling Headshot. Headshot sounds like we're about to assassinate him. Okay, text keep coming in. Then press upload, and that will upload and rename the image. You see, progress bar, very clever. It's given us if I click there, you can see that's a 300 wide image, and here's the thumbnails, and that has the 140. So we're going to actually work with that. So we'll just go in there, double click on there, there's the thumbnail. I'm going to click on that and go up and check that everything is okay for it to be inserted. So these images need to be set properly, these properties rather. URL, obviously that's just the URL to the actual image. Now the alternate text is the text that displays when the image is turned off. Very old-fashioned thing, but it's very important in fact, because it helps Google locate him, so when he comes and does a vanity search, he can find a shot of himself. I just took the hyphen out of that so that it sort of looks nicer. Generally just put a descriptive image of it of some side. The dimensions, well, they're just the dimensions that we uploaded. Alignment for the image that's going to be the thumbnail at the top of it should be left. So left, and margin. Now this is defaulting to 10 at the moment, but in essence it should be 0. That's just a default setting that probably could be changed, but it comes into play in the next one. So all things looking like that will mean that if I insert this image, it'll insert it in here. Now you can see it's worked, and I know it's worked because it's put it in, it's nice, perfect size. The only issue, and also I know it's worked, and that the image is sitting within the intro span, is that we've got this 10 pixel gap here. If you don't see that, it's there's a problem, and it usually problem usually means you are trying to stick the intro tab in later on. Intro span in later on. So that's that. As always, we're going to put the read more in here. Now there's a read more there. That's pretty basic. Then, you know, so many paragraphs, you put a page break in. I won't put a page break in because it's a short article. I don't know whose article it is, but the page break is there. So just clicking and adding a page break, but I won't bother doing that. We're going to add our author's code. So low position, Paul, not that there is such a thing as that. And that will put the banner ad above this paragraph, and so it'll be this paragraph. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another image that will sit below that paragraph, and this image is going to be the 300 version. Okay, so that's the 140 version. This will be the 300. So I'm going to go back to my image now. Fortunately, I've already uploaded it, so I don't have to go through all that, and it should open up in my folder, which is Anthony's folder. Oops, gone too far. So there's Kerry Holling, and I click on the name, and it should, all things being equal, it'll appear. I'm going to take that hyphen out there again. Good, 300, that's perfect. Left alignment, again perfect. Now this is where we leave this setting here for the 10 pixel margin on the right, and that'll actually set it up so that it aligns quite nicely. Now I'll insert that, and it should just work perfectly, which it has. And that's about it, and then of course save it and so on. So I'm just going to apply that, even though I've got it unpublished, because I don't want this stupid article up here with all this rubbish all over it. So that's the end.